In this video, we'll be taking a look at all today's NBA matchups, and I'll break them all down with free winning picks so you can bet smarter and win bigger. But first, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get our picks the second they drop, because when the lines move, the early birds cash in. And if you want the full winning sport picks experience, head over to wspicks.com and check out our VIP packages, or grab a free consultation with one of our professional sports consultants for the sharpest edge you'll find anywhere. That's where the real plays live. We are your bookmaker's worst nightmare. These are the games we're hammering, the ones the books can't afford you to bet. This is Winning Sport Picks. The free picks are about to drop, and they're coming in hot. We start with Houston versus Detroit. Detroit laying 4 at home tells you the market expects control from the opening tip. Detroit is far more comfortable dictating pace and forcing half-court offense, which limits Houston's ability to score in quick runs. This sets up as a grind where every possession matters, especially late. If Detroit is protecting a lead, the total at 217 feels slightly inflated for a matchup that projects slower than average. The play here is Detroit -4 and the under 217. And next up is Brooklyn versus Boston. Boston laying 8 reflects the gap in consistency and execution between these teams. Boston doesn't need to push tempo to separate. They wear teams down defensively and capitalize on mistakes. Brooklyn struggles when forced to operate late in the shot clock, which makes it hard to stay inside a number like this for 4 quarters. With the total sitting at 216.5, this game still has enough efficiency on both sides to get there. The play here is Boston -8 and the over 216.5. Now Sacramento versus Cleveland. Cleveland laying 11.5 is a strong number, but it fits the matchup. Cleveland controls the interior and limits second chances, which makes it tough for Sacramento to keep pace. This profiles as a game where Cleveland slowly stretches the margin rather than blowing it open early. The total of 233.5 leaves room for both teams to score efficiently without chaos. The play here is Cleveland -11.5 and the over 233.5. Next is Phoenix versus Atlanta. Phoenix laying 2.5 shows respect from the market, especially on the road. Phoenix is far more disciplined defensively and does a better job controlling tempo. Atlanta needs pace and transition to thrive, and that's harder to find in this matchup. The total is 233, and with both teams capable of scoring late at the line, this number is reachable. The play here is Phoenix -2.5 and the over 233. Now we move to New Orleans versus Memphis. Memphis laying 5.5 reflects their ability to apply pressure defensively and force turnovers. New Orleans can struggle when pushed out of rhythm, and Memphis thrives in games that turn physical. The total of 234.5 is high, but this game has the potential to open up if Memphis builds a lead and the pace increases late. The play here is Memphis -5.5 and the over 234.5. Next is Indiana versus Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City laying 16 is a big number, but it matches the difference in execution and defensive intensity. Oklahoma City does not ease off even with a lead, which is key when laying points. Indiana has difficulty generating consistent offense in half-court sets, making a late backdoor less likely. The total is 227, and this sets up as a controlled game rather than a track meet. The play here is Oklahoma City -16 and the under 227. Now Denver versus Milwaukee. Milwaukee laying 5.5 at home shows market confidence in their ability to control this matchup. Denver can score, but Milwaukee's defensive structure makes it difficult to sustain runs. This game projects more physical than fast, which limits possessions overall. With the total at 221, the number feels a bit high for how this game should be played. The play here is Milwaukee -5.5 and the under 221. We close with Toronto versus Portland. Toronto laying 3.5 on the road suggests the books trust them to dictate tempo. Portland is far more dangerous when games speed up, but Toronto excels at slowing things down and forcing tough shots. The total is 224, and this looks like a matchup where pace control keeps scoring in check. The play here is Toronto -3.5 and the under 224. Now listen to me, those are the free picks, but the one game I am unloading on tonight, the game that's going to crush your bookie's soul, that's the VIP play of the day at WSPicks.com. This is the nuke, the hammer, the max bet, the one play I've circled, the game that will bury your bookmaker 6 feet under. When it hits, and it will, your bookie is going to need a doctor, a lawyer, and maybe even a priest. If you want to ride with me on the biggest bet of the day, get to WSPicks.com right now. Quick recap before we get out of here. Detroit -4 and under 217. Boston -8 and over 216.5. Cleveland -11.5 and over 233.5. Phoenix -2.5 and over 233. Memphis -5.5 and over 234.5. Oklahoma City -16 and under 227. Milwaukee -5.5 and under 221. And Toronto -3.5 with the under 224. This is Winning Sport Picks, where we don't just bet, we bury bookmakers. Smash that subscribe button, drop your favorite plays in the comments, and hammer that like button like you're hammering your bookie into the dirt. We're cashing, we're dominating, and tonight we're dancing on the grave of your bookmaker. Let's go!